Greetings, friends. This is Annette of AnnetteLeonard.com, back to join you for another moment for chronic wellness. Thank you for being here. We are continuing to talk about how to develop, how to cultivate, how to build, how to have more self-love. Not that kind of self-love. I support that kind of self-love, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the kind of self-love that is just feeling it, feeling yourself, loving yourself, believing in yourself, knowing yourself, and believing yourself to be of great intrinsic worth. And as I said the other day, I believe there are many paths up this mountain. There are immeasurable ways that you can start to build, cultivate, and access self-love. And one of them might be how you eat. So perhaps you've identified that there are ways of eating that make you feel better, or eating programs that you mean to follow, or ways of eating that you want to try. And whether that is eating an autoimmune diet, or eating Whole30, or eating paleo, or following Weight Watchers, whatever it is, I'm going to suggest to you that doing that more often can be an act of self-love. Now, the number one way that I tank my exercise resolutions, because exercise for me is difficult, tedious, frustrating, and not enjoyable. And I think that's how a lot of people feel about eating programs, is for me to say, I'm going to start X, Y, or Z exercise regime, and I'm going to start it on Monday, and I'm going to do it 4 days a week. And the reason that immediately cancels out whatever good it might do is that as soon as I don't go 4 times a week, I already start the negative self-talk. And then the second time that I don't go 4 times a week, I'm like, well, all is lost. I've already fucked this up, so I may as well just consider it canceled and stop even trying, because I didn't do it. I'm not going to do it. So that goal is over. So I'm going to suggest that using food or a way of eating as an access point to self-love might look something like, 1 day a week, I'm going to eat more whole fruits and vegetables. So then I'm adding broccoli to a meal, or I'm adding salad to a day where I might otherwise wouldn't have, and I can celebrate that win. And after doing that for a couple of weeks, it might be 1 day a week I'm going to eat a whole meal that is the style of eating that I want to move toward. And then I'm going to menu plan around that meal, and I'm going to do that one meal, and I'm going to take that as a win. I'm going to be like, yes, me. And I might do that for a month, where 1 meal a week is eating the way that I mean to be eating. And if I feel better because of it, or if I feel good about myself because of it, that can be the ground on which I stand, or the step that leads me to the next step that might be, cool, now I'm going to do this 2 times a week. Not 2 full days a week, but 2 times a week. That I'm going to plan a meal this way, or I'm going to eat like this. I just feel that the more loving and gentle we can be with setting these goals, the more opportunities we can have to build on success. The greater success we have, the more that we can snowball that success into something that gives us real traction. And it is through these acts of building on success that we can start to really acknowledge that we're doing something of value. And if we're doing something of value, that's purposeful, and we're doing a good job, and we're doing it for ourselves, which means we're worth it. So that's how starting with how we eat can be an axis to building and cultivating self-love. So that's my thought for today. I hope you are working on ways that you can increase and grow your self-love. I love you, and I'm glad you're here. Sound off. Go to Facebook and leave me a comment, or if you're watching this on YouTube, leave me a comment below. Either way, if you haven't subscribed to either this podcast or this YouTube broadcast, please do. I need subscribers to demonstrate what numbers I've got going. It would help me a lot. And until we're together again, I hope that you are finding ways to tend your spirit and be well.